So I have this story, right? Welcome to the show, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Okay, so I have this story. And I'm gonna tell the story because this is my story. All right. So Eric Benet is sitting at Moe's Cantina in South Beach. I'm performing at the same place that night. So he's sitting there, he's eating and everything, and he's just like chilling. And I go up to him and he's like, I love you. Get rid of the band. I'm like, okay. So I got rid of the band. Hey, I'm still here. But Eric Benet was so cool. It was just such a wonderful experience that I'll never forget. And it was only, hey, I love you, get rid of the band. And that was all he said to me. But it meant a lot because at least he like said something, but he's saying something more today. I want to welcome Eric Benet to the show. Welcome to the show, brother. How you doing?
What's going on? How you doing? You got rid of that band, huh?
I did. I got rid of the band. Thank you so much because they were bad.
Hey, no disrespect to them, but I gotta call it like I see it, you know?
Yeah, and you know what? I took that to heart, and we did get rid of the band. I got a new band, and they were great, and then I got another new band, and then another new band, and another new band.
Yeah, it is. That's how it works sometimes.
Yeah, I know. So I want to talk about you, man. I'm telling you, you got a new song out with Tamar Braxton, and it is hitting the waves. Man, tell me, how did this come about?
Well, I started a duets project. It's been about a year and a little bit of change when I started writing and coming up with songs. And sometimes when you do projects like this, you don't exactly know who's going to be singing this vocal with you, but you write songs in the vein of something, and you're thinking, okay, we'll lock in whoever the vocalist is going to be later. And I wrote a bunch of songs, and then my partner Allison Ball, she said, why don't we go down to Atlanta and work with and see if Tricky Stewart got some hits for you. That's like saying let's go to the let's go to the to North Pole and see if they got snow, because Tricky Stewart has written hits for Beyonce, uh, Tyler, Money Long, Mariah Carey, fill in the blank. Tricky has written some of the most iconic songs ever. So we went down to Atlanta and we worked with Tricky. He gave me some stuff, and not only Tricky, but his brother Laney Stewart has written amazing hits for a lot of people too. And the song "Something We Can Make Love To" is something that Laney Stewart actually produced, wrote with Felly the Voice, and people think I wrote the song because it's my first single, but no, this one I did not write. I just as soon as I heard it, I was like, this thing right here, I need to be on this. And it was Tricky who actually reached out to Tamar and said, Tamar, look, Eric Benet got this song. You think you want to jump on this? And Tricky told us, he said, look, I called her in the morning. She lives in Atlanta too. She said by that afternoon, she was in the studio recording her vocals. She loved it that much. But yeah, I wasn't there when she actually recorded it. But yeah, but I love Tamar. I love working with her. We met while we were touring with Snoop Dogg. Snoop did a kind of a musical play based on his life, and we met that was like 6 years ago, maybe a little more. And she's just an incredible person, a lot of fun, and just a beautiful spirit. And I'm so glad that she is on my first single.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful. I mean, I see all the things that you're doing. It's just, it takes a lot. And a lot of people don't realize it does. It's more than a full-time job.
Right.
I'm going to just go there. It's like, how many hours in a day? 28.
You're a performer, and a good performer, so better than most. It's like it takes so much, and especially these days, I feel like I have to be everything, and
Yeah.
I have to be the executive. I have to A&R my project. I gotta write the songs, and if I don't have the right song, I gotta go to where the songs are. I gotta reach out to the artist and be like, "Yo, you want to get down on this joint with me?" And then that's the fun part. Then you got to hit the road, and then promo, and then make sure you got the funding to market it the right way. It's like,
Oh my gosh, don't
no,
show.
it's a lot. It's a lot.
Oh, please stop. Just stop for a second. Hold on. Hold on. I know how you
But
feel.
it's the truth. You know
I
it's the truth.
know. I know. And
Yeah.
then, you just tell me about it. Just tell me about it. But,
Yeah.
you know, it's one of those things that you can't like not do though. Because you
Right.
become so in love with just the results and the song itself and just the finished product, that everything that leads up to it is just like, okay, it has to be right. It has to be right.
Yeah.
And my
Yeah.
gosh, my gosh.
And I think,
And
go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead. You think what?
I, I, I was just gonna tag on to what you said, and
Mhm.
part of that recipe that makes you be able to sustain yourself over the years. There's perfect. One of the ingredients in that is just resilience, perfectionist, and just consistency. And
Mhm.
part and part of those three ingredients is just like it. You really just love the craft so much, and it's so important for you to, like you said, it just has to be right. It's
Yeah,
like it can't come out until it feels right in my soul,
that's
and
it.
it's like that's the perfectionist thing. So it's
Tell me
just
about
part
it.
of it.
It is. That's the part where it's like, yeah, you need to chill. I can't.
Right,
Yeah, chill.
right.
It's got to be right. It's got to be right. And talking about right, you have a new creative group, JBR. Tell me about that. How did that come about?
Well, thank you for asking about that. Yeah, so I'm releasing this project on my own label, JBR Creative Group, and it is, our mission is to sign artists and not treat them like artists, but treat them like business partners. And because I come from the world of where I'm just one of many artists on a record label, like begging for attention and being thankful for crumbs, and where most of the control is coming from the record label, and the
Hmm.
record label is gonna like, we gonna own your masters, and hey, so the whole mission or philosophy of JBR is to empower artists, try to give them some financial literacy, try to make sure that they, you know, look, if you get a hit, forget that. When you get a hit, you got to realize that you need to capitalize on that and be extremely frugal and not lose your mind on your first or your second or your third little check of money that you get, and invest it the right way, because we all hear too often the stories of artists who it's like, well, they didn't pay their taxes, or the record
Yeah.
label ripped them off. And
Hmm.
so that's the mission of JBR. We just really want to like be partners with artists, and help them ascend financially, and make sure they have some stability in their life.
That's wonderful. I love that. I love that. I absolutely. I think that that's going to be very successful. A lot of people don't realize that it's just a lot to go into it, and my whole thing is, if you have that big chunk of money, invest it, live off the interest. You were doing fine before. You don't need that money right now. You need to put that money away and figure out
Mhm.
what you're going to do with that later, but just keep the momentum going. And I absolutely love that. Guys, can you imagine, like, okay, my whole life just kind of went full circle here. I'm back here with Eric Benet, and I'm just so very excited. Thank you so much for being on the show. I truly appreciate it. It's been such a warming thing, and I did take your advice, and it worked out very well. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I'm so glad. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me. I appreciate it.
Anytime, anytime. And so now it's your turn. You have to introduce your song with Tamar. So go ahead. I'm gonna get out of here. Go, go, go.
What's going on? This is Eric Benet, and I want you to listen to my new song, Something We Can Make Love To, with Tamar Braxton.